morning, brothers and sisters all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Habari za Sabui, Habari za China, Habari za Jioni. Brothers and sisters all over the world. The name of this channel is The African Times, and I'm Thomas. Okay, hey brothers and sisters. I'm just talking to you now. I thought I'd let you see a big project. This project behind me, you can see in the background. This is a major construction project that has started. High rise, I think it's going to be offices and things of that nature. A little bit bigger than what we're doing right now. But I just wanted to give you an idea of what the potential is, what our goals are, what the potential is for what we can do. We can do the same thing. And remember, the issue is finance, economics. Remember, I keep telling you, it's very important to understand, when you have a group of people who are united, that means they have purpose and intentionality to accomplish a particular goal. You can do many great things, great things, without having to go to the traditional ways of doing things. The banks, the people gonna control you. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Trust me when I tell you, it's enough people, everybody understands what's at stake, that we all have to come together, organize ourselves, pool our resources, nickels, dimes, pennies, quarters, dollars, pounds, shillings, whatever it takes, francs, it doesn't matter what it is. So all of my people in the UK, all of my people in the US, all the people in France and Brazil and Cuba and any other place where there are African people who look like me and you, wherever we are, we can start finding someone who has an idea, a vision. Now, it doesn't have to be me. I want you to understand, I am not saying in any way that it's me. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that the intentionality and the purpose of all of us acting and doing business, every one of our conversations should be about how can we do this. We don't need to let people wait on other people to do this. Now let's take a little walk down here. I'm going to walk a little bit and then I'm going to show you. And I got something else to show you. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is that we do not have to wait for other people to do that and sit back and watch them do things that we're quite capable of doing. Understand, it is not impossible. These people just relate to one another. Now you can have people who have a lot of money, wealthy people, they all come together because they have money. They come together and then they say, well, okay, I'm gonna put my 20 million in and then you're gonna put your 50 million in and then we're gonna go 100 million. And then you have organizations, governments or what have you that support those individuals, those wealthy individuals. In America, you gotta understand, America is made up of people, companies, corporations, that the name is a corporation. It's a business. But don't be fooled. The business is merely the physical manifestation of the people. So those companies, you remember some time ago, Mitt Romney, I think his name was, talking about corporations are people. In a sense, he's right. He's not. It's people. Just think about it. If you have a business, any business, yes, you have a storefront, you have products that you sell, maybe it's services, it doesn't matter what it is. But if you take all of those things and you set them in a location, in a field, in a building, whatever, and you don't show up, nothing's going to happen. There'll be no economic transactions taking place, nothing. All it's going to be are things there. But it's the people, the individuals who come together, again, relate to one another with purpose and intentionality to do business, to create some economic activity with a purpose and intentionality to accomplish a goal, to move, sell, buy, build, develop the products and services. So we have to begin to think about that and think in that way. That's the only way to do it. There's no other way, okay? So I'm just showing you. Now look behind me. See? See that? See that? Yeah. It's a big building. I'm gonna turn it so we can really see it. You see that there? Do you see that there? Nice, nice, nice. Nice big construction unit. Very, very, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's look over here, because this is a big one, folks. Look at that. Look at that. You see all that back there? Look at that. You see that? Look at that. Remember, like I told you, we have African brothers and sisters who are engineers, scientists, inventors, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, marketers, accountants, advertisers, IT developers, content producers. We have all of that too. You have to understand what this means. Now, I have a wonderful, wonderful young lady who made a comment, and I love it when you guys do that, when you tell and provide additional information, because I don't know it all. I'm just here pointing it out, trying to work together in a united way with our people. See all that back there? That's beautiful. I'm just kind of working in a way with our people so that everyone can see what is here. Now, I'm in Dar es Salaam, but I wanted you all to see, because before I left America and came here, the only image that America promotes through their propaganda, and we're going to talk about propaganda, we're going to do a whole series on it. The only image, for the most part, since I was a little boy, Watoto, the only image that I got a chance to see was this image of Africa as jungle, animals, safari, which is beautiful, because they don't even portray it the way it is. It's beautiful. I'm going to go there and show you. I'm going to take a video, so look for that. But do you see that? It's magnificent. Do you see that? That is magnificent. Do you understand me? Now, what I was explaining to you is a young lady, she explained, she said, well, you know, a particular group of people had a contract to do one of the projects, one of the road projects. Let me kind of speak to that a little bit. Thank you, sister, for explaining that. That's really good information. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I want to make sure everybody understands. There's a guy who invented, all right, I'm just showing you that. There's a guy who invented, he developed the cell phone. The very phone you and I are using. Do y'all know a brother did that? I'm gonna try to get a copy of the video and send it to you. A brother did it. Okay? But that's not, he didn't have, that brother, he didn't have the contract. He had the contract within the company because he was an employee. So it's kind of an employee contract relationship. You do this for us, we pay you X amount. You do this, we give you that. That right there was an example of how propaganda can be used to make it look like some other people invented this wonderful technology that we all use for the whole world. And it has a face on it through the company of people that don't look like me and you. But if you were to promote and tell our young children on every poster, billboard, magazine, television show, radio show, all of that, that yes, the cell phone you're using, a brother, an African brother, was responsible for bringing that technology to the world. It couldn't be done by the other people. He did it, but you don't know about him. Now, I want to be clear. I want you to understand the importance of this. You have Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, what's the other dude? There's the one with Google and Facebook and all these people who are associated with this amazing technology that we all use. Okay, no problem. That's their system, it's their satellite, it's their television, they're going to promote that. Well, that's somewhat propaganda being used in a way to promote the idea that all types of development, all types of great things that impact the world are done by a group of people only or predominantly, and that all others are just really waiting on those people to develop and produce these things. That's just not the case. But that's the use of propaganda in such a way that all the people themselves will start to believe that. So what I'm saying to you is, yes, you may have a situation where it looks like a particular company is coming and behind and all that, but then when you look at the people actually doing the work, the labor, all this, it's our people. It's African people. Just like much of the history of America and Europe and some of these other places, the building of those empires, the foundation, was off of the backs of us brothers and sisters that look like you and me. And that's very important to understand, because we get this image, just like, I told you the propaganda of all the great inventions were from them. We get this image of slavery as it was all laborers. Meaning, you get some guy, he's out in the field, he's working, he's doing stuff like that, right? That's the image you get. But it was much more than just laborers. And understand, even a laborer, don't devalue the laborer, because if you didn't have a farmer, understand how we all survive. If you didn't have a farmer, somebody to till the soil, to plant the seeds, to harvest the crops. See, if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be eating today. You understand? So those people are very valuable. They serve a very valuable service. I tell people all the time, you get caught up in thinking about the hospital. Just as an example, hospital. The doctor, and I used to work in a hospital. They try to pay these doctors this extraordinary amount of money. But the doctor, and in this hospital, the doctor, they used to look down on the people like the janitors. Look down on them. As if like their occupation wasn't noble and honorable. No, it's very noble and honorable. In fact, let me be frank with you. It's more noble and honorable than the doctor. See, do you know what kind of pride, what kind of self-esteem you have to say you're going to go and maintain the cleanliness of a facility? That takes pride and dignity, honor, that you're going to go and do the work that through the propaganda and through the capitalist system has been taught and promoted to people as not valuable. Well, the doctor can't go into a clean, sterilized environment unless what? Our good brothers and sisters are in there making sure that environment is sanitized, safe, clean, and healthy. See, I value those people. I appreciate it. And back in our culture, not theirs, not our culture that's been replaced in, through propaganda and all that to be an imitation of what theirs is. We value our laborers and workers. So even if they get the big contract, which thank you again, sir. If they get the big contract, we still doing the work. And remember, they get the contract for whatever reason. If they get a contract and then they hire only their people to be the chief lead engineer, the chief IT guy, the chief, developer. When you do that, what you're doing is you're giving those individuals an opportunity to perfect their craft, to perfect it, to get better at it. They learn the technology, they use the newest and latest technology, then they become good at it. To where if you limit that opportunity to our people who have the skill and the potential to be able to do that, then you maintain an advantage over them. And you say, well, you don't have the experience. You remember how we used to come up? Some of y'all, I don't know if you know, but you're working and they tell you can't get the job because you don't have the experience. Oh, okay, you don't have the experience. Well, if you give me the job, let me start, I can get the experience. You see the problem? I'm not gonna hire you unless you have experience. But since you don't have experience, I'm not going to hire you. It's a problem. It's a problem. So remember, you're seeing here, behind me, see that? Our good people here in the great country of Tanzania. They work, they build, they design, engineer, and we have to use our people. We have to provide the projects for our people. We have to pool our resources in such a way that we determine which products are going to go up, which projects are going to go up. We determine that. Okay? All right, like I said, it doesn't have to be me, it could be anybody. Find somebody who you know, you relate to people, you relate to them economically. You find out who is a bright brother, sister, you get together with them, you talk about, hey, look, what can we do? Everybody get together, you work together, you pool your resources, and you build. You take risks, take chances. You can do it. You can do it. It's not something that's impossible. It's not impossible at all. You understand? Just relate to one another economically. Talk to one another economically. Talk to one another about the building of our society and our future for our children. Begin those conversations. Have those conversations all the time. You understand? Okay. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about more of that later. All right, I just wanted you guys to see. So let me just get, and see that? Big project. All right? All right. Uhuru. Uhuru. Uhuru.